So, since I'm imagining that very special friend sitting next to the camera right here and now, I'd like to explain something to you about those two little words. I'll try. Because what you're really saying is that I won't try. What you mean is that I have no intention of doing it, but I just don't want to get into a hassle about it right now, right? Yeah, I can see that you know what I'm talking about. And I think it's important to understand because if somebody comes up to you and says, enjoy your life, and you answer, I'll try, what you're really saying is, I'll enjoy my life when I get that big promotion. Or I'll enjoy my life when I get a new car. We enjoy our lives by realizing all the blessings that we have right now, today. So let's give it a try. Want to? Enjoy your life. Now do it. And we're all out of time. So thank you very much for coming, and you folks at home, thank you, and enjoy your life. Goodbye.
Clear. Good show, Colton.
I think that's it. All right, I'm gonna get out of here.
Oh, you want me to sign my autograph?
Oh,
Oh, I love your show. I watched it every week.
Melissa, excuse me 1 second. I'll be back, I promise. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so grateful that you decided to come. Thanks very much. And for bringing your lucky young fellow. How are you? Nice to see you again.
Greg was kind enough to give me a ride, and you were absolutely wonderful. You really were.
Thank you.
And
Thanks.
I'm very proud that I was your special person that you imagined and beside the camera.
Well, I'm glad you were here.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here.
Phone call to Colton on the studio phone.
Excuse me a second. Hello, Colton. Oh, hi, Felicia. Well, thank you. That means a lot to me. Oh. Oh, well, that's too bad. No, that's fine. I understand. Tell you what, I'll make a deal with you. I will do your share of the painting at the church tonight if you let me buy you a cup of coffee tomorrow. Great. It's a deal. Thanks. Goodbye.
Sounds like you need a quick volunteer for painting tonight.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
No kidding. Great.
No problem.
Oh,
No,
that's
really.
perfect. We could use both of you if you're not too busy. But I would suggest that you go home and make a quick change because you're going to get a lot of paint on you.
Okay.
Do you know where the old Seaman's Church is? Okay, good. See you later.
Bye.
Look, offhand, I'd cross him off your list, okay?
Oh?
I mean, come on, Colton already has a girlfriend.
Greg, come on. Felicia's a married woman.
Yeah, well, maybe that doesn't make a difference to him.
What is it, Shirley? Something out of the BJ? Medical record. No! Felicia's babysitting her, honey. I've got a date. A little jumpy this afternoon, aren't we? Well, it's nothing I can't handle. Well, you must be losing your touch because whatever it is that you're doing with Tony is supposed to be relieving tension.
Oh, brother, for your information, your wonderfully stupid advice on that subject happened to spectacularly backfire. I have some really big problems here, Aunt Charlene. And you know what particularly infuriates me is that Tony is refusing to see that I'm just trying to help him get all the recognition that he deserves.
That was brilliant. It's just too bad the performance was wasted on me.
It happens to be the truth. Honey, it's okay for you to want to be the first lady of Port Charles.
I just think, like, you should be a little more subtle about it.
Subtle. This is from the woman who taught me the saying, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. You want me to be subtle.
I wish I'd been a better cook. Then I could have taught you useful things like a watch pot never boiled and things like that. Darling, why can't you just go along with Tony just this once? Do what he wants.
son. No, over my dead body. Tony Jones is going to be a success, whether he likes it or not.
I do.
You may be seated. Your Honor, my client would like to make a statement at this time.
Well, this is highly irregular. Mr. Lombardi?
No objections whatever, Your Honor.
Very well, then. We'll at least give it a try. Proceed, Mr. Baldwin.
Dr. Hardy?
Well, I just want to say that nobody in this room probably objects to what I did more than I do. Nobody believes stronger than I do that what I did was wrong. But there seems to be missing something in all this testimony. And that something is that abuse can be emotional as well as physical. That words can cause as much pain as blows, maybe more. When that vile and disgusting excuse for a human being...
I'll have no more of this in my courtroom.
No objections here, Your Honor.
You may proceed then, Dr. Hardy. But I will not tolerate another outburst. Do you understand?
I apologize. If Mr. Arnold's hatred had been directed at me, I honestly believe that none of this would have ever happened. I'm not a violent man. The very reason I became a doctor was to help heal injuries, not cause them. But his hatred, and that's what bigotry is, was not directed at me. It was directed at my wife and our unborn child. It was all I could take, and I would do it again if I had to.
I couldn't hear that, Your Honor. Could we have it again louder?
I said that I do not regret doing what I did, and I would do it again under the same circumstances.
Your Honor, Tom is under...
What can they do to me, Scott? What could be worse punishment than the fact that we lost our baby? That's why I hit him the second time. It's no excuse. And I know it's not an excuse, but we had just lost our unborn child. Our son. If you care, Mr. Arnold. Thank you, that's all I wanted to say.
Mr. Lombardi?
I think the witness has said it all, Your Honor.
All right, then. You may step down, Dr. Hardy, and we will take a few minutes recess before closing statements.
All rise.
Well, did I blow it?
Well, you put the noose around your neck. I just hope you didn't spring the trap door.
Right now at Kmart, you can't help but know.
I'm just fine.
Yes.
Scotty, we can't thank you enough for all you've done for us.
Well, Steve, I think it's a little early for that. I really wouldn't want to bet on that jury. Arnold's performance was quite effective.
I get the impression you feel mine was, too.
Well, if we lawyers were able to read juries, we wouldn't need them.
We're ready, Mr. Baldwin.
What, does that mean the jury's reached a verdict?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Good luck. Yeah,
Thank you.
love.
Listen, Tom, I want you to know that if this thing doesn't work out, there's a lot of grounds for appeal, so hang in there, okay?
Okay.
All rise. Be seated.
Has the jury reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
You may read the verdict.
On the first charge of assault, we find the defendant not guilty.
What?
That was the easy one.
On the second charge, Your Honor, we find the defendant to be guilty, but to the lesser charge of assault in the third degree, we have added a recommendation for leniency.
Well, now I have a very difficult decision to make, ladies and gentlemen. Will the defendant please rise? In this jurisdiction, conviction on a charge of assault in the third degree carries a 1-year imprisonment in the county jail. And that applies in this case as well.
Throw the book at it.
Mr. Arnold, you would be wise to understand how eager I am to hold you in contempt. Dr. Hardy, I agree with your assessment in your testimony that your assault on Mr. Arnold was inexcusable. It certainly was. It was also, however, understandable, based on a defense of extreme emotional distress. Furthermore, I see no benefit in removing from society the use of a very fine physician. Therefore, I am conditionally discharging you with the provision that you serve 100 hours of community service. This court is adjourned.
All right.
Thank you. Cousin. Thank you. Hey, Patrick.
Careful you don't get it.
There.
Hey, Tony, my favorite cousin-in-law. How you doing? Come on in.
Well, thanks. They told me at the television station you'd be here.
Well, here I am in all my glory.
Can I talk to you about Lucy?
Well, yeah, sure. I guess I've earned myself a break. Come on over here. This is about as private as we're gonna get, I guess.
Sorry to barge in on you.
No apology necessary.
Listening better.
Yeah, still kind of a mess, but I think the toughest part of any job is just getting started.
You grew up with Lucy. Can you help me understand her?
Oh, boy. Well, sure, I'll try.
I mean, why is she always trying to claw her way to the top?
She's always been ambitious.
No, it's more than ambition. It's like if she's not running all the time, she feels like she's losing ground.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had a tough childhood, you know? It wasn't bad. We actually had a lot of good times, but I don't know, maybe me more than Lucy. I mean, we were poor. Mama was struggling to try and make ends meet, and I guess she didn't spend a lot of time with Lucy and me.
But I can't imagine that she thinks she's going to be poor again. She's afraid of it.
I don't think that's it either, actually. But she got a lot of teasing about it when she was little. I mean, it didn't bother me because I was always the biggest kid in class, had a lot of friends. But Lucy was kind of scrawny, a little ugly, kind of the original ugly duckling, if you can believe that.
Yeah, and kids can be rough.
Yeah, they can. And I guess I wasn't exactly the model brother on that score. But the thing about Lucy is that she's so worried about appearances, and she always has been. She had classmates, you know, girls had a lot of money and cars and a different dress for every occasion. And it was tough on Lucy. You know, I can remember a couple of times when she didn't want to go to a dance just because she didn't want to wear the same dress that she wore to school, you know, and she'd cry herself to sleep. I was dumb, just a stupid kid, and I'd tease her about it instead of being understanding.
And so out of that came the need and the blind ambition.
Well, you know, she's been scratching and struggling for so long to make a mark and to fit in that, I don't know, maybe she's just doing it out of habit. But now that she has you, and if she can depend on your love,
it's easy.
And your understanding.
But you know, that's not so easy. Colton, it's hard to be understanding about something I don't understand.
Yeah, I know.
Is there something, a scar? Something in her past?
No, I better get back to work, actually, before these guys think I'm goofing off. I'm coming back. I'm sorry if I haven't been much help to you.
No, you've been help.
Good.
Thank you.
You know, that shell that Lucy keeps around herself, she protects herself with it. It's tough to see inside of that, but deep down, she's really a remarkable, sensitive person. And she's worth the trouble.
Thanks.
Sure. Anytime.
think of all the things you could be doing.
Tonight at 8, 7 Central, Mike's efforts to make points with the coach's daughters get him busted on Growing Pains. Then the big showdown with Fillmore's arch rival.